All right, well, it's time, Christian. We get to pick all the games. This is the last segment of the pod. Again, we're not doing outside the pocket, so please go home after this segment. Um,
So
Christian, let's
how'd you
talk.
go last week?
Yeah, I went 7-9. It's bad. Went 3-2 on my bets though, so I'm okay. But 7-9 overall, not good. Yeah, it's tough. You went. How'd you do?
I went 9-7,
Hey, that's what it's all about. Yeah,
which I was surprised because I was struggling that first bit. I did not have a lot of games go my way, but I think I pulled it out. With some the late ones and the Monday one and the later afternoon ones.
I was counting up my picks before we started the podcast. I was just getting madder and madder. I was like, why did I pick? Why did I? What is wrong with me? So anyway, all right, Christian, let's go ahead and get started here. We got the Packers and the Commanders for our opening week 2 game in Green Bay. Great game. I'm excited about this. Who you
I
got?
am really excited. Well, obviously with my bet, I'm picking the Packers to win by 3.5 points. Yeah, I just think Packers showed me something, and the Commanders, I don't think really got battle tested versus the Giants here. It's short week for both of them, so like that's even. They got same amount of rest, but I like the Packers. They're at home. Micah Parsons should be getting some more play, so that's gonna be interesting to see how they implement him and what the Commanders do to try to combat that. But I'm maybe expecting a high flying game, but this is a good test for the Packers defense. They looked really good against the Lions, so we'll see what they do against I think a guy who's making a name for himself in Jaden Daniels. So it's going to be exciting to see. I am excited to watch this game.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. I'm taking the Packers as well. I just this Packers again at home on a short week. The talent discrepancy is real. And I love Jaden Daniels, but Jaden Daniels, again, he had some wow moments last week, but he did struggle a little bit. And the Packers looked flawless. So, like, if I'm, again, maybe week 1 is not an indication of things to come, but I'm going to go ahead and assume at least 4 days after week 1 ends, it might have some carryover. So I agree with you. I'm taking the Packers. All right, let's talk Ravens and Browns. I'm taking the Ravens. I hope the Browns keep it close, but I just don't. I mean, famous last words. I don't see a path for the Browns to beat this team, just straight up.
I feel you as well, and I'm going the Ravens. But I mean, I hope it's not a Raider situation that happened last year. I do think they'll be on their p's and q's, especially after dropping a game. They they had the palm in their hands. I think they'll be up and ready. This is a division opponent, so I don't think they'll take them lightly. But I just think the Ravens overall better roster will get them through.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, I better. It's too big of a discrepancy. All right, Jaguars Bengals. Big, interesting game. Very excited to watch this game. This is going to be the game I definitely have highlighted.
Also, as well, this is the not the Bengals, the Jaguars being my team to make the playoffs. So it's going to be interesting to see. Travis Hunter is supposed to be getting more defensive snaps, so it's going to be fun to see how he's going to be implemented there and see if he can kind of shake up this Bengals uh, uh, offense. But I need to see something. I want to see something from the Bengals offense. Like like 17 points. Like come on. Like you got your quarterback. We know what he is. He's a stud. He's a dude that can put the team on his back and win. You paid your two receivers. You, this is an offensive led team. I need to see more than 17 points. So, but that being said, I'm going with the Bengals. But I do think the Jags can put up a fight. Um, don't think Trevor Lawrence will get it done, but I think they can put up a fight and make the Bengals sweat a little bit. But I am expecting a better outing from the Bengals offense. So
I mean, the Bengals need a better outing from their offense. Like, we went all off season long. They play Paticate and hide the ball with Trey Hendrickson, sometimes very aggressive Paticate even. Obviously, their rookie Shamar Stewart, like, they played hide the ball with him as well. This defense is not going to be that good. It's just not. And if their offense can't get it going, like this team is going to struggle. We're seeing very concerning trends in terms of the fact that they team to just start slow. This is just what they do.
They
Uh,
got
I'm
their win.
I'm taking the Jags in an upset. I'm
Jags. All
taking
right.
the
I mean
Jags.
that this is an acceptable upset.
I just
I'll take this.
I think Liam Cohen is going to have so much fun on that defense. And am I confident that the Bengals, like the Jaguars, don't have a great defense in their own right? So maybe this is what and obviously the
Could be a
Browns. I mean,
shootout.
the Browns got a good defense. Like I know people want to say the Browns are just going to be bad, but their defense, they have great personnel. I mean that historically good defense from a couple years ago is still in. It's the personnel still there. So I think the Bengals offense will have an easier time scoring and moving the ball, but are they going to be as in rhythm as they need to be? I don't know. I saw the Jaguars looked really good though against a pretty bad defense last week, and I don't think of the Bengals as a much better defense than the Panthers. Better, but not much better. So I will go ahead and take the Jags. All right, Cowboys Giants. I already gave all my reasons. I'm taking the Cowboys here at home opener. I just don't have faith in the Giants. More of an anti-Giants pick right now than it is a pro Cowboys pick for me.
I mean, Dak plays well against the Giants. I'm going with the Cowboys. Dak plays well against the Giants. They look like they did not fix anything on that offense. That offense still looks inept, except for like Malik Neighbors. He's cool, obviously. I think Russell Wilson just struggled, and like we were talking about, the Commanders' defense isn't that amazing, and I don't think the Cowboys' defense is great either. But they showed me something against the Eagles on this past Thursday. They got some extra rest time, and I like the balance that they had on offense. I think defensively they'll probably get gashed a few times, but I think they'll hold their own and they'll be pretty solid. Dak does play well against the Giants, so yeah, Dallas here.
All right, perfect. All right, another big game. See, this is why I love being as attuned to the NFL because there's no bad games. Like almost every game is good. Lions Bears.
Yeah,
What? This is a good game. Who do you got for Lions Bears? I'm going Lions personally.
I think I'm gonna go with why. Oh no,
Oh,
yeah, upset. Okay, I thought I
we're
wrote
going
it down.
upset. You're picking Bears? Oh
I'm
man.
thinking Bears. Ben Johnson coming back home. He knows what. I mean, he worked with Jared Goff like a lot. Like he's the offensive coordinator, so he knows what they want to do, how they want to do it, how they want it. Like he's the one that implemented the changes that they wanted to get done. Lions I think are in a bit of an identity crisis right now. With hey, can we are we that team that we were these past few years? They were top rated. They were the number one scoring offense last year. Averaging over 30 points a game, and now you're coming from the dude that had a big was the reason they're really good, and the struggles on the offensive line and stuff like that. So expecting a good game, uh, probably a close game. Probably should have put this as my bet, but not too fairly confident in it. But don't get me wrong, it is a concern. Are we going to get kind of the same thing where, you know, uh, Caleb Williams, does he look good, around like the first few drives of the game and then it kind of dips off? Or are we gonna see where, he improves in the second half? But yeah, I'm going upset here.
I'm going Lions, but I will just say this. We talked about how really the Lions were kind of just a talent and a vibe pick for us, right? It's like, look, they got a lot of talent, and I don't know how they'll do it, but I do know Dan Campbell is just awesome, and I trust Dan Campbell. If we see another performance like we did in Week 1, I wonder what the limits of that are going to be. Like at some point, we're going to have to say like, because like this is the kind of game that the Lions get up for. It's like we were
Yeah.
embarrassed, we were shellacked. We're going to go out there and we're going to just,
And now we're
and
now we're
if
playing our old offensive
yeah,
coordinator.
I mean, it just goes on and on and on. If if they lose this game to a team that they're not that is worse than them, like I don't know. There might be some real questions about the limits of being the culture guy versus like actually being able to scheme up good offense and defense.
And then
Okay.
you're down 0-2 in the division.
True. That's a good point too.
I
And I
think
mean both teams are
yeah.
facing that here. All right, Patriots, Dolphins. I'm sorry, Christian. I thought I'd be picking the Dolphins, but I'm going Patriots here.
Oh wow.
Look,
Well,
both teams looked lost. Patriots were sneaky looking lost. Nobody's really talking about them, but they were not good last week either. But I think they're a little closer to getting their groove back than the Dolphins.
Tua is 7-0 versus Patriots. Want that put
Oh,
that out
that's
there.
interesting.
This is a must win for the
Yeah,
Dolphins. This is a must win.
I agree.
I'm picking the Dolphins. They're at home. Like I said, 2 is 7-0. Patriots do tend to even when Tom was there, he did struggle in Miami specifically. Um, it's the home opener, and they should probably feel some pressure. Uh, there's a GoFundMe or whatever that people are putting money into flying a. People are ridiculous, but I mean that's sports for you. People have been putting money into getting a banner flown above Hard Rock Stadium that says "Fire Greer and Mike McDaniel." I'm gonna say I think the updates it's now up to like $400, I think, or something like that. So they should feel the heat, and this is a must win. Like this is a must win. Patriots didn't look good in week 1, um, and so you should feel great. Drake May didn't feel like he's made that big leap, and you got embarrassed in week 1, so you need to have some pride. And this is a team that you routinely beat every year, so um, this is a must win for Miami. You gotta win this one. You just got to, or heads are. I don't think Stephen Ross, our owner, is gonna pull the trigger after 2 weeks, but
You're running
some
out of chances.
yeah, you're running out of chances because like this is it. Like this, you're on the hot seat, McDaniel, and hopefully Chris Greer. Like I know McDaniel's on the hot seat, but hopefully Chris Greer also. One last bit. I think I saw Chris Greer is now. I think at nine. I think it was like 9 years and 8 months or something like that, and he has been since he's been the GM of the Dolphins, and this is like the longest tenured G. This is the longest a GM has been, GM of a team, and without a playoff win.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Chris Ballard's got to be on that list. Well, maybe Chris Ballard was maybe he won a game with Andrew Luck. I don't remember exactly when Chris Ballard joined, but yeah, he might have. Okay,
Playoff win specifically.
yeah.
Okay, I
I don't
didn't
know
know
if
if I
Chris
knew
Ballard
that.
won with Andrew Luck. I don't know if he was there. But anyway, we'll move on here. 49ers Saints. I'm taking the Niners with or without a backup quarterback, Mac Jones. I just have no faith in the Saints. I mean, Mac Jones got to be better than Spencer Radler and Tyler Shuck, right?
Yeah, I'll go with the Niners.
Nice. All right, bet.
I'll go with the Niners.
All right, Bills, Jets. I'm not being creative here. I'm going Bills.
No,
Do it. They got a
no.
bad secondary.
I just don't trust Justin Fields to do that routinely. I don't know if that's what we're gonna get
I mean, this was the
throughout the
team we
year.
said would be feisty but lose. So, kind of fits the bill. No pun intended. No pun intended.
Give me the Bills. Give
I
me the
bet.
Bills.
All right, Steelers, Seahawks. I want so badly to pick the Seahawks here, and I have faith that they can maybe do it, but I will go the Steelers. I'm not picking against Mike Tomlin at home.
That is a good point. What? I'm sorry, I ask this every week. What is the stat? Is it road underdog?
It's he as a home underdog. He's not an
Oh,
underdog this week, so
he's not an
it
underdog.
doesn't
Okay.
apply. But as a
Okay.
home
Okay. Oh,
underdog, like
okay.
he's incredible at covering. As a road favorite, Mike Tomlin is terrible,
Okay. Well, he's a home favorite here.
and he
Yeah.
didn't cover last week as a home favorite for the record, everybody.
Hilarious. I love when trends they follow the
Mm-hmm.
trends, like or what the trends
Mm-hmm.
are. Um, I do want to go Seattle. I do, but I think they'll fix. I think they'll get their defensive struggles fixed, and they'll be a better unit. And all you gotta do is get a little pressure on Sam Darnold, and you should be cooking. So yeah, I'll go Steelers here as well.
All right, bet. How about we do Rams Titans again? I'm not going to be creative here. I'm going the Rams.
Rams Titans. Yeah, give me the Rams here. Yeah, I think they'll probably make. They're probably going to give Cam Ward hell on that defense, and then I think hopefully Matt Stafford has a better, not pressured as much against the Titans.
Cardinals Panthers. Who you got?
Cardinals.
I'm also going Cardinals. Every year I just dude, what is wrong with the Panthers? It's so sad. It's so sad.
Dude, I mean, it just shows just how, like, once you lose, like, if you don't have a plan, I mean, it's just such, it's like it's just a crapshoot. Like, it's you know, you draft your guy, you thinking you got him, and then and he gets there in the building, and it's just like,
Yeah. All right, Broncos Colts. Do it. Go ahead, Christian. Go ahead.
no,
Do
I'm
it.
not gonna do it. I'll pick the Broncos, but I'm worried. I'm worried about your Broncos, Jake. I am.
Nah.
That was
Nah.
that was bad.
Drake May. I almost said Drake. Bo Nix started off very slow last year, and he got better as the season went on. I am not worried yet. We're taking it to the moon.
Okay.
Taking it to the
Did he
moon.
start that
Broncos.
bad in the
He didn't
beginning?
start that bad.
Okay, I was
He
sad.
didn't start that bad. I yesterday might have been his worst game as a pro, or last week. All right, Chiefs Eagles, the big game of the week. Who you going with, Christian?
I think at the beginning of this week, I think I was leaning Eagles, but I think I shifted over to the Chiefs. I mean, this just means more for the Chiefs. I think this was the team that blew them out, ended their their three Super Bowl win run here. They're about to make history, and the stat with Andy Reid and having extra time, he wins more like way more than often. He wins those games when he has extra time to prepare. Um, and like I said, the Chiefs kind of need this game just for confidence. Not that they have confidence issues, even if they do lose this game.
They need some momentum. I mean, they would have lost 3 straight if they lose this game.
Yeah. So and like this does mean something. Then like if they do lose this team, and if they lose badly too, if they get blown out again, I can't like they'll say all the right things and they'll move forward and all that stuff, but that can't be like that being in the back of your mind is like we can't match up to this team whatsoever. So would be a scary thought to have for the Chiefs in the back of their minds if they do happen to meet them again. So I'm gonna go Chiefs here, and I mean I'm excited for this game. This is probably gonna be the game of the week.
Agreed. I I'll pick with my heart and I'll pick the Chiefs, but I have no conviction behind it. I honestly don't think they'll win. But I will pick them to win for the sake of my record. Patrick Mahomes will not let me down. All right. We're going to Sunday night. We have the Vikings playing the Falcons. I'm going Vikings as I've made very clear. I just have a lot of faith. It's nothing against the Falcons. I just think this is a bad matchup for the Falcons.
Man, coming from what we had last week to now, this
Yeah.
week kind of feels like a down.
Maybe we get an instant classic here too.
Oh my god!
Who knows?
But I do like this game. I think these teams are evenly matched, so I'm expecting a good game here. But like I said, yeah, I'm gonna go Vikings. I think Brian Flores, he's psycho, and he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it tough for the Falcons.
All right, let's go to Monday night. We got a doubleheader, our first doubleheader of the year. We got Texans Bucks. Texans
Give me
home
the
opener. Oh, I made him hesitate.
give me the Bucks.
I'm going Texans.
Okay.
I got
Bet.
faith. You know, it's crazy. I'm like, yeah, I believe in the Bucks, and I picked against them the first 2 weeks of the season. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, and then we end the season. Dude, I feel like this is a Monday night doubleheader every single year. There's been Monday night doubleheaders. Chargers, Raiders. I feel like we've seen so many Monday night Chargers Raiders games over the years. It's crazy.
Dude, I think you're right.
I know it's crazy. I wish I'd looked up the stats before this.
I think you're right. That's crazy. But this game is starting way too late. 9 o'clock is crazy on a Monday.
Well, to be fair, it's 7 o'clock for both these teams.
Oh yeah, true. Well, it's starting late for us. Here in the middle of the country. Chargers.
Chargers. He goes Chargers. He says. All right. Man, I am like frantically trying to look and see. Uh, it's not gonna tell me. All right. Yeah, I'm going Chargers.
I
as well.
do feel like I have seen this matchup a lot, and I feel like it has been on a Monday night. Like I do share that. Like I didn't until you said it.
I mean, I could look it up on PFF StatHead, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going Chargers. So that's it, everybody.